Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Timon and Mari here today with another League of Maidens video. So, for today's video, I just want to kind of get rid of an elephant. Oh, she's twerking. I got her some new emotes. Anyway, I kind of want to get rid of like this elephant in the room. People seem to have this misconception that gear is like super important and that like your character level is super important. So I've had people like whispering me like, "Oh, how do you beat Union? Like I can't beat her and I have all T2 gear. What's wrong?" So it's not really your gear that's like the issue. It's probably your skills. Skills are insanely broken in this game. They're like horribly overtuned. I don't know if it was deliberate. I mean, I like it, and they're not super easy to grind up anyway. Like, it does take some time to farm them. But yeah, if you're having trouble with a boss and you're in full T2 gear and you have like over 4K power level, you're probably having an issue like with either the skills you're building into or the fact that your skills aren't really leveled up. So I'm gonna just like give you guys an example and do like a quick stronghold for this video. And first we'll start with the story. So this waifu here is my ult. I've been playing my tank for over 200 hours now, and I had a full set of T2 gear ready for this warrior that I have here, and I was like super stoked to play her. It had a lot of attack rolls. Well, I'm running strongholds with her. She's clearing them with ease. She has over 6k power even though she was just born. And then my controller dies and I die because I couldn't defend myself because my controller died. And with that, she lost all of her gear because I play on hardcore. So, at first I was kind of mad. Like, I got up, I left the room for like a few minutes. Just a few minutes, because I mean, look at her. She's cute. You can't really be mad at her. But I was more pissed at, like just the unfortunate luck. Like, I died to my controller dying, literally. So, I buckled back down. I decided, well, I want to play this character, so I'm going to keep playing her anyway. And as you guys can see here, she's completely nude. She has no gear on. And I'm still playing her. So, what we're going to do is look at her skills. Now, her melee is level 14. Her auto rifle is level 7. Her projectile is level 10. Her dragon is level 8. And her circle is level 7. So what we're going to do for this video is we're going to take her into a mythic stronghold. We're just going to do a plus 15 because she doesn't have gear. But we'll go fight a boss. And we'll do it completely nude so you guys can see that it's really more about your abilities in this game than it is about your actual gear. Like, your abilities are really most of your DPS. Like, yeah, if you have attack gear, it's going to boost your attack damage. But it's not like the end of the world. Like, even if you die on hardcore, you can still play the character. The only thing that really like was a hindrance is I had to get her back to level, I think, 3 to go into strongholds, and then I had to get her back to level 5 to actually be able to use death invitations again. So here, we're going to fight this Seraph, and again, as you can see, no gear. She's just got her base stats. She only has 197 attack. She's a baby. So yeah, without further ado, let's do this. And we'll pop an EXP booster, because I need those. I'll leave the rabbit foot off, just so there's nothing fluffing her stats. So you can see she can do it. But yeah, like, I know Union, like, for some people is really stressful. I personally don't find the fight super hard, but I've also been playing action RPGs for, like, a really long time. So Union is not, like, even the hardest thing I've ever seen. But outside of the fight's mechanics, if you're just losing to the boss, like, because you're not dealing any damage, give your skills a check. Like, I did a skill video. I suggested in that video, like, you should probably build into large projectile or sonic blade. Those skills are insanely good against Union. They're long-range skills. They multi-hit. So, you should definitely, like, fire those off at her every chance you get. If you invested into something that isn't, those skills, you should probably, like, backtrack and start putting points into them. And even though it's like kind of a waste of your time to do it, like it's going to make up for it when you're able to clear the boss. The next thing you want to be looking at is like getting your blessed circle leveled up, because it does help with your damage output over. I hate how when these things get close, the auto rifle just like goes through them for whatever reason. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, that like kind of took me off what I was saying. The next thing you want to get leveled up is your blessed circle, simply because that's like a huge DPS buff for your character, and they are going to need it, especially for bossing. When you're mobbing, it's not really necessary. Your skills at a certain point should just be strong enough to blow mobs up. Like as you can see here, like I'm taking a lot of damage because I'm not geared, but it doesn't really much matter because my skills are leveled on this character enough that she can do the content. And outside of that, you should get Dragon. I don't think there's anything better than Dragon. I know some people swear by Titan, and if you use Titan, it's fine. Like, I've seen it used. I don't think it's a bad skill. I just think Dragon is so unbelievably broken. Like, look at this. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, that, why is that a thing? But yeah, that dragon is unbelievably broken, so I think people should be using him, like, in their E slot, simply just because of how many times he hits and how much burst he actually gives off. He also has a really deceptive range. Like, I've seen stuff like not even in the AoE get hit by it. Like, here, I'll do this. And like you see, like, that bug in the corner got pulled even though he wasn't necessarily in the mix of what I was actually aiming at. And he's hit stuff from even further than that. I prefer large projectile because it pierces. I don't know if Sonic Blade does. I personally never tried it. Like, I got large projectile on my tank and I was like, this is the go-to skill for me. I'm only going to ever use this. Because it's just like literally a little nuclear blast. Like, it's just like boop. That's a lot of damage there, so I'll look no further unless that skill gets nerfed. Outside of that, I personally like the auto rifle. But for fights like Union, you can use the sniper. And I hear some people are even using the rocket launcher. I think the shotgun in this game is absolute garbage. Like, I wouldn't invest in that. But rocket launcher and sniper do good on Union. I just prefer the auto rifle because I don't even like snipers when I play FPS. So I'm not even going to try to use it here. What's alive? You're creeping up on me. Okay. But yeah, back to like the subject at hand, this character was killed on hardcore and yet she's still farming mythic hardcore with no gear, which would just allow her to get some more gear, which is a good thing. So definitely, like, your skills are important in this game. I would weigh skills over anything. Like gear, they're better than gear. They're obviously better than achievements because I shouldn't have autoed that, but whatever. So we're gonna drink a shield potion. Gotta start drinking these like an addict because she's got no gear. Alrighty. Gonna reload. We're gonna kill a boss. But yeah, skills outweigh everything, man. Like, gear just, to me, like, it matters, obviously. Like, I'm not saying gear is bad. Don't take it as you never have to gear your character, because that is not the case, but let's see. I'm focusing right now. There we go. Okay. I wonder why that dragon stayed on cooldown even though I popped a gauntlet, but whatever. See, even with no gear, she's still able to, like, stun the boss. It's really funny, actually. Okay. Sorry I got quiet, I just didn't want her to, like, get hit by the wrong thing and die. Because then I'd have to start leveling her again. But yeah, she's able to farm this, like, with really not... Oh, cool, and I got a gauntlet. Even better. What do we get here? Oop, but that's fine. So to end the video, since I kind of, like, got sidetracked by the boss there, I wanted to perform for you guys. Gear is fine, like it's great. So are your titles, like they give great stats, especially if you have something like the Teflon Slayer title. It's going to give you, I think, 20 or 25% attack. I don't remember the exact parameter, but that is a huge attack boost. Like she is wearing that, of course. But outside of that, it's going to just be your skills, man. If I were to give you guys a priority line for skills, what I personally do is I focus on killing mobs first because then you can funnel experience, like especially when I'm doing interim. So I'd say like focus the dragon and your large projectile first, since both can really AoE. The large projectile is going to be for bossing, the dragon is going to be for mobbing. But if you only have large projectile, you can use it for mobbing. You just have to really gather the mobs and really sock it to them in that little area. After that, definitely Blessed Circle, and then work up the gun of your choice. If you like Sniper, that's fine. I hear it does a lot of damage with, I think there's a... No, that's the rocket launcher. I think the rocket launcher has a critical mod. People say that does a lot of damage. I don't know what people are doing on the Sniper, because I never personally looked into it. But I know for AR, I just do fire rate and reload speed and stability, and I have a good time. And then I just give it range just so I have no problem hitting Union's front and like middle legs, and then if it comes down to it, I can just large projectile her back legs. So I kind of wanted to get this out there because I get a lot of like messages because I put up a Union video. People are just asking me like, "Oh, what are you doing? How are you beating her?" Like my power level's like 5k. Like I'm hearing like crazy stories like my power level's this. What am I doing wrong? And then I say, "Did you level your skills?" And then they're like, "Oh, well, I have like I don't know, like they just name some non-meta skill, or maybe they like put all their points into their melee or their gun, and their actual skills are only like level 3. So yeah, it's just about focusing your skills, and like that's really it. The only other thing I would advise is like have some MP to use the skills, but that's only really seems to be a detriment for tank. Like I know tank, I have to have a little bit of MP rolls on my character, so she has enough to actually circle and then projectile. But if you level your interim, then you have no problem because that lowers the mana cost. So that'll be the video. I'm gonna get back to farming this waifu back up because she needs gear. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna throw this on. This small attack. Alright. So if you found it helpful or informative, please like and subscribe as it really does help out the channel. And I wish you guys a great rest of your day. I wish you guys good luck out there farming, and please make sure your hardware is charged, especially if you have the game converted to support controller, because I'd hate to hear that someone lost a hardcore character because their controller died. Don't do what Mari does. And with that, you boys and gals take care, and I'll catch you later with another video.